얘보다는 어떻습니까?
I'll take it. Welcome back, Steve. 1, 2, Steve. Hey, Steve. Michelle, maybe just a little louder, maybe number 2. So we'll focus on this great chant for a little bit. Welcome, everybody. And we'll focus on this great chant. And we'll suspend our mind. Free awareness, to become aware of awareness. Extend it through our bodies. Extend it to each other. Friends on the internet. Our ancestors. Great yogis and teachers. Traditions. Divine Mother in her many forms. And we place ourselves in the extension, in the expansion. And as we go into this chant, I may ask 1 or 2 people or 3 to walk around and help open the field even more.
carry your heart with me. I carry it in my heart. I am never without it. Anywhere I go, you go, my dear, and whatever is done by only me is your doing, my darling. I fear no fate, for you are my fate, my sweet. I want no world, for beautiful, you are my world, my true. And it's you are whatever a moon has always meant, and whatever a sun will always sing is you. Here is the deepest secret nobody knows. Here is the root of the root and the bud of the bud and the sky of the sky of a tree called life, which grows higher than soul can hope or mind can hide. And this is the wonder that's keeping the stars apart. I carry your heart. I carry it in my heart.
We'll stay focused inside for a while. Thank you, Patricia. And we'll stay resting in the field, open. And I'm going to read today's text day, poem day. I'm going to read a text of the Dakini called Jetsam Trauma, a practice that opens the door of direct perception. And again, we'll lean into each other. We'll lean into Patricia. Imaho. In order to actualize the beloved Dakini Saraswati, that's the goddess of wisdom gnosis, the goddess of direct perception, she who brings forth the radiance of passionate joy, sublime joy, co-emergent joy. I invoke the bodhicitta to become what I am. Ahama, Omahung, Bodhicitta, Masuka, Yanadatua, Omahung, Bodhicitta, Masuka, Yanadatua, Ahum, Bodhicitta, Masuka, Yana, Datu, And here's a mantra for invoking Zahum Bam Ho, Bam, seed syllable. Then another mantra, Hung Drum Yam Kam Sum Ke Drum, and Drum means place. From the letter A comes a triangular source of all phenomena. And sometimes that triangle can be above both your breasts and goes down to the navel, the tip, and then also you're in it. And it's actually it's considered a circle. It's considered infinity. So in your chest, then also you're in it. From the letter A comes a triangular source, a place, all phenomena, having the nature of spaciousness. Its top is wide, wide, wide open, and its fine tip points downward. In the center of this triangle, within this sphere, S-P-H-E-R-E, is a place having the nature of spontaneous presence. Trotadakan, Dakini. Hung Ho. This place is complete in all its inner and outer characteristics. Within it is the seat of the deity, the form of the Divine Mother, the only Mother, Trauma, the Dark Mother, the feminine embodiment of intense compassion. She's the darkest blue, fierce and magnificently luminous. Her crown chakra is light. Between her head and her neck is a grunting pig, symbolizing Marigpa, unknowingness, hiddenness, not knowing, bewilderment, stupidity, and greed. She has one face and two arms, and she's so fierce and so powerful. Luminous energy, luminous, shining darkness. She's a warrior and manifests an uncanny laughter, both out loud and within you. Her two hands hold a hooked knife for cutting through delusions, and a skull cup filled with blood, filled with the life force, filled with the vital essence, the life essence. A trident rests in the crook of her arm, Shiva's ornament. She's in a dancing posture, one leg extended and the other leg bent. And she stands within this mass of raging fire. From the letters Hung Hung, Ha, Re, Nisa appears, and the invocation of the Dakinis from all the directions. Ha, white as water. Re, yellow as earth. Ni, red as fire. Sa, green as air. They're most subtle and most intense. These are the elements, self-arising, manifesting the worlds within other worlds. Om Vajraratna Padma Karma, Buddha Vajra Vahari Hung Ho. Salutations to the Dakini, the goddess. Hung Ho. From the invisible celestial land of Kachara, Matroma, Soul Mother, and Dakini, the great compassion, surrounded by the Dakinis of all the families. Kachara is a heavenly realm, Sambhogakaya dimension, Dakini realm, and the Kachara mudra is the inner palate that opens the door to nectarian states, the womb of the Shakti. I invoke you. We invoke you. Please come to this place within us and around us. Remaining within the sun, the moon, and the lotus lights, empower us, your devoted sons and daughters, and we embrace you with love and the devotion of oneness. Divine Dakini, Deva Goddess, in and through your creative compassion and purest love, transform my body, speech, and mind into Kadik, the great purity of awareness. So simple. By embracing you, I become you. You are awareness itself, stainless, unbound, unfettered, space, stainless, space, open, space. luminous darkness. Om Vajravahare Trotikali Hari Nisa. Invoking the trauma as Kali. Then another mantra. Namo Vajra Kumari. Namo Troti Kumari. Hum. Namo means I embrace my own awareness as Vajra Kumari, unborn, undying. I'm open to that dimension. Unborn, undying, ever youthful. From the letters, Om Ahung, within my heart center, inner heart essence, light radiates and touches the outer and inner circumstances. Tatua. From the letters, Om Ahung, within my heart, light radiates and touches the outer and all the inner circumstances. We'll do that now. The Dakinis bring forth their own divine substance and sing their own melody and experience the bliss of the substances that they bring forth into this world. These offerings, these manifestations, are the essence of the root energies of the elemental light. By combining these offerings, activities, in this way, we, the practitioners, will easily, completely easily receive the sublime siddhis, the sublime shaktis. The Dakinis, using passionate melodies and the natural Dakini sign language, and writing the secret language on those they love. These offerings are made to the Dakinis. Sometimes that wind is called the breath of the Dakini. Penoma. Inside the skull cup is the brilliant, luminous quintessence of Amrita, bliss, innate bliss. The rakta, that's the blood, in the skull cup contains ripples and vortexes. The precious sublime container holds the bodhicitta, the liquor, drops of the Dharmakaya, light, liquid bodhicitta, heart essence. Essence. The Amrita portions have many flavors, such as sour, bitter, and sweet. These unsurpassable, sublime, essential substances that are within you and me are offered to the Great Mother, Troma, the goddess of fierce and intense compassion. They're offered to bring forth the White Goddess, the body emanations of great bliss. Ha. Ha. They're offered, Ni, to bring forth the Red Goddess, the speech emanations of sound. They're offered to bring forth the awareness field emanations of Sangwayeshe, secret, timeless awareness, wisdom gnosis, timeless awareness. We'll focus within that now. Sangwayeshe, secret, timeless awareness. They're offered to bring forth the Yellow Goddess, Earth, of the qualities of accomplishment. They're offered to bring to the Green Goddess who completes compassionate activities. They're offered to the ocean of emanations of the Mother and Sister Dakinis, oceans of radiance light. Ha, water, Re, earth, Ni, fire, green, air. The top of the head is space, Ma, blue, dark blue. Ma, forehead, Ha, throat, Re, heart centered, chest, heart essence, Ni, dantian, navel, Sa, Ma, Ha, Re, Ni, Sa. Feel it from the inside. Ma, Ha, Re, Ni, Sa. I ask you to consider me, to consider us, accepting these offerings with love and affection. Please bestow the ultimate realization of the unsurpassable, sublime, Sangwayeshe, timeless awareness. And also the gift of enjoying the companionship of the Dakinis, the Devas, the goddesses. Then they respond, ka, kahi, kahi, which means take it, receive it. the offering of Amrita, the secret mantra. Hung, the unsurpassable, sublime, supreme Amrita, the drops, is the substance that brings forth unbound bliss. Mahasukha, I offer this to the host of mother and sister Dakinis. Please accept this and bestow the empowerments and the cities, the skills of this action. Omohung Benza Amrita Karam Kahi. Another salutations to the substances as Dakini. Then the text says this. If you'd like to perform hand offerings of Amrita, make the offerings by saying the names of the various Dakinis. And if you want, you can open your right hand, and like you're holding the light, the energy, the capacity of substance, releasing it. Omahum. This is offered to the wisdom Dakini of the Dharmakaya. Pure awareness. Omahung, to the wisdom Dakini of Sambhogakaya. Vortexual, apparitional energies and lights. Omahung. To the wisdom Dakini of Namanakaya. Flesh, desire, world, earth, human. To the only mother Troma, the goddess of compassion. Om Ahum. To the four classes of the secret Dakinis. Om Ahum. To the Vidyadhara Padmasambhava. Om Ahum. To the Dakini Yashitogo. Om Ahum. Who's also the Sora, who's also flows from Saraswati. To Arjun Tejan Lingpa, Om Ahum, who gave this text. To the Dakini Devadara, Om Ahum. To the Bodhisattvas, Om Ahum. To the compassionate root guru, Om Ahum. To the guardians of the termas and texts and transmissions of fields, Om Ahum. To the oceans of beings who are all worthy of offering, to the ocean of all the beings who are all worthy of offerings, to the ocean of all beings who are all worthy of offerings, Om Ahum. Sense the Amrita descending and arising within the inner heart essence. Om Ahum, please bestow upon me, us, at this very moment, the cities of enlightened body, luminous speech, luminous mind. Om Kaya Siddhi Vakta Siddhi Tista Siddha Abhisheka Hum. And this is an invocation of the heart essence. The Hridayam, the inner heart essence, to open. And you'll experience the vertical column of light from the inner heart, extending down the perineum into the earth, through the sexual center into the earth, up to the heart, palate of mouth, eyes, top of head into the sky. And you'll experience the horizontal touch. And the praise of the experience. Hung Ho! From the sublime celestial land, the mother comes through the power of compassion. The mother comes through the power of compassion, arises as the power of compassion, which is the great protection. Black trauma, dark mother, you're luminous and so magnificent, wearing the charnel ground ornaments. She's familiar, knows the charnel ground. She knows it. You raise fire in your hand, dissolving the demonic. I embrace you. Demonic ultimately means marigpa, not knowing what's happening, what's going on. Hidden. Hung Ho, O white Dakini, whose light rays pacify. Yellow Dakini is also the elements, huh? The rays of light arising out of primordial awareness. Yellow Dakinis whose laughter enrich. Red Dakinis whose passion and radiance magnetizes. Green Dakinis who release the demonic around me, within me, through me, beyond me. Dakinis who blaze wondrously, whose dances change dramatically, so lovingly, and whose laughter enriches. Om Vajrapurusaya Ho. Om Vajravahare Trotikali Harinisa. Om Pet. Om Pet. Powerful cutting through. Hung Ka. You're the dark blue Kali, unchanging and magnificent. Ka. You're the goddess Kamoshe, another emanation. Ga. How could there be so many distinct emanations, infinite emanations? Cha, you're surrounded by a host of karma dakinis, whooping and clamoring. Cha, the fierce goddess emanates in so many infinite forms, so many finite forms. Ja, with the first portion of the potion. Na, the whole area is filled with the light of the moon. You emanate like the powerfully moving planet Venus. Venus. In this way, please establish all mother sentient beings, means all sentient beings, on the path of enlightenment. And you destroy crude behavior like black magic and curses. Please bestow the supreme empowerment of the final stage, completion. Please bestow completion. Completion is like a touch on the side, a slap on the side. Please release us into the open spaciousness of the all-good Mother Samatha Bhadri, pure light. Vajra Samaya Tista Hung Soha. Tista again means the heart essence. Like, I love the heart essence. I am the heart essence. Samaya, bonded. Vajra Samaya Tista Hung Soha. I am bonded to the light. Not committed, like decision. Bonded. I am bonded within the light as the light. Hung, from the unborn, completely pure Dharmadhatu. From the unborn, undying. Miraculous forms arise and manifest in every possible way, including you and me. Unborn awareness manifesting as our own awareness. O wisdom Dakini, protector of all beings, Vajravahari, stainless space illuminator, primordial guru, my own inner essence. I embrace you as part of myself, having never been separated, never apart, never, never. Chema, because of not recognizing that thought-free, self-arising awareness as the Dharmakaya. Mother, due to thoughts, I have been fixated on myself. My thought fixate on moi all the time. Moi. Not I. Moi. Not aham, I am. Moi. I am freed. Aham says, I am freed by embracing the mother, the Dharmakaya, as myself. Because of not recognizing that all desires are self-originating and self-arising. They all arise naturally. And that thoughts, desires are all self-liberated as they arise in the light of awareness. Liberation, arising in the light of awareness. My experience, because I don't realize this, my experience is murky and bewildered. Bewitched, bothered, bewildered. I embrace the Mother Sambhogakaya, vortexes and archetypes and energies, apparitions, as my own awareness. Because of not recognizing the change of thoughts and movements of my mind, are all self-liberated and all the variety. I keep getting lost in thoughts, lost in thought, fixated, fixated, fixated. I embrace the Mother, the Nirmanakaya, all the phenomena, because of not recognizing that the effortless, spontaneous, complete awareness is beyond exertion and all striving. I suffer completely unnecessarily, trying to attain what is completely given, and I don't believe it. Because I lack realization of what is, I've been caught up in decisions of yes and no, yes and no, yes and no. And deprivation. I suffer deprivation, not realizing what is. And the deepest, I suffer annihilation, fears of annihilation. Because of not recognizing samsara and nirvana are in oneness, just as I am. I create a split between myself and others and the very being of my own beingness. I embrace the Mother, Wisdom Dakini, because of not recognizing that freedom from grasping at all the reference points and all the attributes is really beyond the path. Now at this point you're releasing yourself from path. You're releasing yourself from traditions. You're releasing yourself. I seemingly progress in a fabricated way, which ultimately is no way at all. Because of not recognizing that whatever happens whatever happens is beyond arising and ceasing. I've been striving in the practice of accepting and rejecting. I've been striving in the practice of accepting and rejecting. I did not realize that the mother is completely groundless and completely rootless. No reference. No reference points. I embrace the mother who is beyond hope and beyond despair. I embrace this mother who is beyond hope and despair. Evaluating probability all the time. Not recognizing that birth and death are beyond fear. And realization alone, is what brings true confidence. Nature itself is what benefits beings. This is the hardest. Nature itself, in its unfolding, is what benefits beings. Dakinis laugh. All apparent existence is the realm of the Dakinis. All appearances, the manifestation of the Dakinis. Movements of mind, memory, and awareness are all the state of primordial purity. The form of the trauma, the dark mother, is the powerful play of compassion, which is the play of consciousness. The mother is great bliss, free from striving. All sentient beings, all of us, have the Dharmakaya nature. How can we awaken without practicing meditation? By the power of the truth may we realize the ultimate meaning, and may everyone attain the state of the mother, which they are. And here the text is saying so clearly that the manifestation, the manifester is your own self. Ultimately, you are manifesting your own self. The Divine Mother, as you, is manifesting you. You're both the manifester and the manifested and the manifesting in that large, luminous sea. You and I are the natural state of the great completion. Pet, pet, pet. Ah, the unborn are. Ah, the unborn are. Then it ends with this final statement. Bliss overcomes suffering. Bliss overcomes suffering. And bliss overcomes suffering. So we'll focus inside for a few moments. So let's pair up, but you want to move in the sea of chi. You don't want to leave your awareness state. Don't leave it. Don't end it. Don't leave it. Remain. Move in the sea of awareness. Move and stay in it. Don't pop out. Do not pop out. Don't pop out. And then you can pair up with someone. And remaining in the awareness state, and as you talk with the person, you hold the field with them, and you actually extend the field to that person, through your words and through your touch and through your body. And I would like you to talk about, if you don't mind, but stay on the topic. You can talk as much as you want after this, of the drops and how you're learning to transmit drops. And if you're not, you can talk about how come you might not be. Okay, which is a fair, and then your partner can help you. So you hold the field, and I'd like you to talk about. Even as you're talking, you're extending. You can even be touching, seeing if the inner awareness that was spoken about arises for you. Or as they say, practice makes perfect. We can do that now for a while. This is a stretch for some of us, but not for all of us here. You guys can work with each other as you talk. And even as you work, you might discover what this beautiful text is transmitting to you, giving to you. If you're a little stuck, work with each other. Let's bring it forth. Invent it. If you're stuck, play with it. Invent it. If you're really stuck, be the Dakini. If you're stuck, be the Dakini. Can you release drops from your heart? Can you release the drops from your heart? If you're really stuck, use the mantra. Are you filled with substance? Do you have substances? Are you filled with substance? Juice? Do you love the water element? You love the fire element? Mixed with the water, with the green. Do you like making potions? Amrita soup? This is much more difficult for us men. You know, as the cook, this is the cook. We're cooking potions today. Okay. So let's pause. I think we may need some help. So can anyone just share experience that could help us here? Just a brief experience. We're all helping each other, co-emergent, bumbling along. But everywhere along, every little marker, there's always a bumbling, right? You don't know what to do. Heck, extend, what is that? Suspend my mind. What's this? Energy? I never knew of energy. Light? What? What's going on here? So, how's everybody doing? Anybody find a drop? Any drops? This the desert? No drops? Desert. It's a desert. Desert world. No, you're drowning. Got some liquid here. So, I'm gonna pass the mic just for a few moments, and then we'll all enter. So when everybody's gonna get a chance to talk, but I'll just pass it And I'm just going to just say briefly what you've discovered or what you know, okay? I really don't want to hear what you don't know, okay? Really, that's so easy, what we don't know, right? We're all good at, we don't know this, we don't know that. So let's just hear if you don't know anything, we'll just pass on. So I'm going to pass it here. Just look at what you know.
What we played with?
Yeah.
Patricia and I got the drops, so we started to play with activating the water element while we were transmitting the drops to make it a more oceanic experience. And we had a lot of fun with that.
Totally cool and delicious.
We were agreeing that there's a sense of wonder about this, where we can suddenly feel them pouring out, and that has to do with the fact that we know maybe we're intending to do it, but that there's another piece to it that just, it suits the person and the moment, and that just when they come pouring out.
Isn't that useful? That is fantastical. That is really fantastical. Yes.
We decided that sometimes we surrender to the drops, and other times we're taken into the service of the drops.
Oh, I love useful. That's really, we're getting guidance now. Okay, thank you guys.
I realize something that I do know about myself, but it's a limitation. And the limitation is both of us experience the drops in this context, and we have, and it's pouring out from the heart. For me, the image that comes out, I realize as we were talking, remember the old lava lamps? And there's that little thing, and it like bubbles out, and it goes around, and it just, but for me anyway, it's a relational thing. And I thought when I sit alone in my meditation room, it doesn't happen. I don't think about evoking it, and that's the limitation part. Oh, very much so. When you're here.
What about when we're not here?
Well,
She should tell us the point again. This is really
perfect.
Cool.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect point for that.
Okay. Perfect.
This is really okay. Thank you. Leave the Patricia. She's going to read the point.
Okay.
I carry your heart with me. I carry it in my heart. I am never without it. Anywhere I go, you go, my dear. And whatever is done by only me is your doing, my darling. I fear no fate, for you are my fate, my sweet. I want no world, for beautiful you are my world, my true. And it's you are whatever a moon has always meant, and whatever a sun will always sing is you. Here is the deepest secret nobody knows. Here is the root of the root, and the bud of the bud, and the sky of the sky of a tree called life, which grows higher than soul can hope or mind can hide. And this is the wonder that's keeping the stars apart. I carry your heart. I carry it in my heart.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
I have a copy for everybody.
Oh, very nice. So thank you for the EE comics, Leslie. So people on the internet know. What actually it just came to me as you were reading the poem, and Rudy, I heard you say it. It was about the like the essence of the drops and the subtle elemental quality of the drops. And with Heidi, to me, it felt very fiery. There's a lot of fire and light with the drops today. And it was quite explosive and not like dropping, more like a rushing river or a rainfall, lots of rainfall. So, like a monsoon drop. We're just having a good time over here. So.
Thank you so much. Well, we were talking about the difference between blue drops and heart drops, and the experiential knowledge seemed to be, the extension seemed to resonate to the blue dots, and the bubbling up and the gifting, the heart drops seemed to be more of a coming up and flowing over. And then a question came up that was, in some situations it feels too vulnerable to bring heart drops. The other person, Dawn was talking about some of the people she works with in the shelter, that the experience of not feeling like it's a safe or good or something right place to access that part of herself. And we were wondering if that was so, but now we know. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then we were talking about when we're here, and especially in the geometries, that it just seems to come to such fullness that there's no intentionality in focus and awareness of the heart drops or the extension. It just, you're in the sea of the experience, and it's so normal. And it would be great to be normal in other places, but not so far. Datu As. Every situation. Yeah. Yes. Every situation. Datu Ah. We're all working in Datu Ah. And we don't work in Datu Ah, then we become a cult. Right? Then we're a cult. Cult member.
Rhett said just about everything that we talked about, but I just did notice in the end we just sat next to each other, and I could feel the drops welling up. And I think when you feel the drops coming up, or you're exchanging the drops, I've become much more in the present, in the awareness, and I become much more than I am like 20 minutes before that. I become a much bigger, better person, because I'm not in the little stuff. Yeah.
Beautifully said. One more sharing of
We realized that as soon as we paired up and sat together, that the drops were already happening. It was not a question of having to do a technique, which relates back to the reading of the text that you were doing, that, the paradox, of course, of doing the technique to get beyond the technique. But it was marvelous to do that. We felt like this wonderful bubble had extended, and I wanted to mention something that Kay had said about the difference between extension and the heart drops, and we were discussing what the difference was and what it felt like, and we came to the thought that the extension was sort of effortless, and it felt like it was not as physical, even though there's a part that is in fact grounded in the physical. But Kay's description of, and I'm going to maybe have to ask you about that, the description of what the heart drop felt like was a substance that was...
not as dense as honey and not as viscous as oil, but somewhere in between.
There's always co-immersion. There's co-immersion experience with them. And we're always keeping moving, which is really great to keep moving. Okay? So we're going to pause now. And we've had a Sufi song this morning, it was really great. And so today we're Sufis. You know, some days we're Hindus, some days we're Yoga practitioners, some days we're Gnostics, some days we're this, but today we're Sufis. So I'm going to put a Sufi flamenco chant on, okay? And you're going to have someone's going to dance briefly today, okay? And just put it on so I can find it. It takes 2 seconds. Okay. And we're going to focus